Every single night, in millions of homes around the world, a beautiful ritual takes place. You turn off the lights, get into bed, and within a few minutes, you feel those soft, gentle steps. Your cat climbs under the blanket, curls up by your feet, or settles right on your chest, purring softly. It feels incredibly sweet, cozy, and completely normal. But have you ever actually stopped to wonder what lies behind this closeness? What exactly is your pet trying to communicate to you in that exact moment, without making a single sound? Most owners assume it is simple. They think it is just a basic feline habit, or that the cat is just looking for a warm spot. But the truth is, behind this nightly routine lies one of the most complex, emotionally charged, and ancient communication tools between a predator and a human. And if you misunderstand it, which almost 90% of owners do, you could be completely missing vital messages your pet has been trying to send you for years. Today, we are going into the hidden world of feline psychology to break down the secret meanings behind every nightly ritual. Pay close attention and make sure to watch this video until the very end. In the final section, we will look at a critical, heartbreaking situation. What does it mean if a cat, who has slept by your side for years, suddenly and without any obvious reason, stops coming to your bed? This is a massive warning sign that most owners notice way too late, even though it can literally save your best friend's life. Let us start by breaking the biggest myth of all. Almost everyone believes that a cat sleeps with them because it is cold outside, and that it is just a smart survival choice because humans are big and warm. But if it were only about temperature, a cat's world is actually much easier to navigate. Cats are absolute geniuses at finding heat. They can spend hours sleeping on a tiny patch of sunlight on the rug, sit on top of a warm laptop, claim the radiators, or bury themselves in fresh, hot laundry straight from the dryer. Animals can find heat perfectly fine without our help. So why, when darkness falls, do they ignore all of those safe, warm spots and choose you instead? To understand this, we have to look at evolution. In the wild, sleep is the most dangerous moment in any animal's life. When a cat closes its eyes, its ancient survival instincts scream that they are vulnerable and could be attacked right now. The wild ancestors of your cat would never sleep in an open space. They would search for a deep burrow, a high tree branch, or thick bushes where no predator could ever reach them. Now, look at the contrast. A domestic cat walks past every quiet, hidden corner in your apartment and voluntarily climbs into bed with a creature that is 15, or even 20 times its size. From a biological standpoint, this makes no sense. You could easily roll over in your sleep and crush them, but they do it anyway. This is not a search for heat. This is a display of absolute, boundless trust. A major study in animal cognition proved that cats form deep psychological attachments to their owners, very similar to how human infants bond with their parents. When your cat chooses to sleep beside you, they are telling you that next to you, they can completely turn off their survival radar, because you are their absolute safety. You have probably noticed how, right before settling into sleep, your cat starts rubbing its face against your hands, your pillow, or your blanket. Sometimes they do it quite aggressively, pressing their forehead right into your skin. It feels like a simple dose of affection before bed, but in reality, this triggers a very complex chemical process. A cat's body has special scent glands located around their lips, on their cheeks, their forehead, and at the base of their tail. The pheromones they release cannot be detected by human noses, but for animals, these scents act as a passport, a personal history, and a direct message. When your cat falls asleep pressed against you, something much bigger than marking territory is happening. It is a process of blending. Your scents are weaving together into one unique, shared aroma. In the wild, cat colonies and prides survive because of a communal scent. All members of the same family smell exactly the same. This shared scent is how they instantly recognize each other in the dark or during a chaotic fight, knowing who is safe and who is family. When your pet blends their smell into yours night after night, they are performing a sacred ritual. They are creating your very own, exclusive family clan. By the way, this is exactly why, when you come home from a trip or a friend's house, your cat might greet you with suspicion. They might intensely sniff your clothes for a long time. To them, you smell like a stranger because you have lost a piece of your shared family code. That bedtime cuddle is the cat's urgent attempt to restore the balance and make you theirs once again. If these facts are helping you understand the inner world of your furry friend, please take a quick second to support our channel. Smash that like button and subscribe to Mewor. Your support helps the YouTube algorithm find other owners who truly want to understand their cats on a deeper level, rather than just keeping them as pets. Now, let us take a close look at the geography of your bed. Have you noticed that your cat has a very strict, favorite spot to sleep? They never just land randomly. One cat will always sleep right above your head, on the pillow. Another will curl up exclusively by your feet. A third might press tightly against your back or lay directly on your chest. This placement has nothing to do with random luck. This is pure military strategy. Even if you have a chubby, pampered house cat, their DNA still carries the genetic code of a ruthless night predator, and predators understand threats. In wild cat colonies, members never sleep all at once. They take turns on night duty. While some rest, others guard the perimeter. When your cat falls asleep next to you, they are subconsciously taking on the role of your personal bodyguard. Pay attention to where their eyes are facing right before they drift off. If your cat sleeps at your feet, but their face is turned toward the bedroom door, they have taken a strategic post at the entrance to monitor the main point of a potential attack. On the other hand, if they choose a spot near your head or your neck, they are actively protecting the most vulnerable, vital life zone of their leader. Sure, in reality, a domestic cat probably cannot stop an intruder. But on an instinctual level, every single night, they are reporting for duty. They are small, but their devotion is massive. In their mind, you are their pack, and it is their job to protect you while you are defenseless. Every single position your cat takes during a shared sleep is an open letter to you. Let us learn how to read them. First, we have the tight curl. The cat rolls up so tightly that their paws, tail, and face are completely hidden, and their ears are slightly pulled back. In this position, all of their vital organs and their soft belly are fully shielded. If your pet only sleeps with you like this, it shows a compromised level of trust. The cat loves you and wants to be near you, but their internal anxiety or natural caution forces them to keep their shields up. This is trust, mixed with a layer of survival defense. Next is the full sprawl. The cat stretches their legs out in all directions, spreads across the bed, flips onto their back, and completely exposes their belly. In the wild, showing your stomach is a death sentence. If your pet does this in your bed, congratulations, you have reached the absolute peak of feline relationships. Your cat is not just comfortable, they are completely, 99% certain that nothing bad can ever happen to them in your presence. They have completely erased thousands of years of survival programming. What about when they turn their back to you? Some owners feel insulted when a cat comes over, sits down, and deliberately turns their back to their face. It feels like disrespect or an attitude. In the cat world, however, turning your back to someone is the highest compliment. To turn your back means to voluntarily expose your blind spots. The cat is saying that they do not need to watch your hands or monitor you, because their back is completely safe when you are behind them. Finally, there is the full contact press. This is when a cat does not just lay near you, but literally presses their body into yours. They wedge themselves under your arm, lay across your neck, or squeeze into every curve of your body, leaving zero free space. This is the highest level of emotional attachment. Being in the same room is not enough, being on the same bed is not enough, they physically need to feel like they are a part of your body. Stop and think about this for a second. Have you ever noticed how beautifully your cats match your daily schedule? You go to bed at 11 p.m. and they follow you to the bedroom. Your alarm goes off at 7 a.m. and they are already sitting right there, or they start purring 1 minute before the alarm even sounds. To us, this feels normal. But from a zoological perspective, this is a total miracle. By nature, cats are crepuscular animals. This means their internal biological clocks are wired to be most active during the twilight hours of dawn and dusk. This is when their wild ancestors hunted, because rodents and birds are most vulnerable during these times. Statistically, when you go to bed, your cat's natural energy should just be waking up. They should be running around, hunting invisible entities, and staying wide awake. But for you, bonded cats do something incredible. They completely override their own natural biology. Scientific studies on domestic animals have confirmed that cats who share a strong mental bond with their owners gradually break their own circadian rhythms. They start staying awake during the day when you are home, and they fall into a deep sleep at night, mirroring your sleep phases. Think about the scale of this sacrifice. Thousands of years of evolution, hardwired into their instincts, step aside just because your cat wants to exist within your world and catch those precious hours when you are available. They sync their internal clocks to yours out of pure preference, not habit. Have you ever had a genuinely horrible day? Problems at work, heavy stress, emotional burnout, or a physical illness? You come home completely broken, lay down on the bed, and your cat, who might normally be independent or even a bit distant, suddenly comes over. They lay on your chest, curl up by your side, and refuse to leave you for even a second. Many people call this cat magic. Science, however, gives it a very logical, yet equally amazing explanation. Cats are incredibly sensitive to the minor biochemical changes inside a human body. When you experience stress, anxiety, or physical pain, your body starts releasing a hormone called cortisol. Because of this, the microscent of your skin changes. Your heart rate slightly speeds up. Your breathing pattern changes, and your movements become sharper or, conversely, too stiff. A human eye will never notice these details, but to a cat, you are literally broadcasting a signal that something is wrong. The cat does not understand why you are upset. They do not know about your financial problems or work stress. But they clearly read the biological signal that their human is unstable and in distress. Sleeping together is their way of stabilizing your system. When they lay next to you and start their low-frequency purring, which vibrates in a therapeutic range between 20 and 140 Hz, they physically lower your cortisol levels, normalize your blood pressure, and help your nervous system find balance. They literally become your free nightly therapist. Now, we have reached the most critical part of our video. What should you do if your pet, let us say, a beautiful ginger tabby cat with a white face, who has slept right by your side every single night for 5 years, suddenly stops coming to your bedroom? Instead, he goes to sleep on a hard chair in the hallway, hides under the couch, or chooses the most distant corners of the house. Most owners think that maybe he is just in a weird mood, because cats are moody creatures. This is a massive mistake that could cost your pet their health. Cats are absolute slaves to their habits and daily routines. If an animal suddenly breaks a behavioral pattern that has been built over months or years, it never happens for no reason. There is always a serious cause, and it usually falls into 3 distinct areas. First, it could be physical pain or a hidden illness. In the wild, a sick or injured animal becomes an easy target. Therefore, cats have a hardwired instinct to hide when they feel bad or are in pain. If a cat is experiencing kidney strain, arthritis pain, or an internal infection, they physically cannot allow themselves to relax in your bed. They need isolation to survive that pain, which makes a sudden exit from your bed the #1 reason to schedule a visit to the vet. Second, the cause could be territorial stress. This includes a new scent, a new family member, a new pet, or maybe you just moved the furniture around in the bedroom. What seems like a tiny detail to you can feel like the total destruction of their safe zone to a cat. Third, it might be emotional trauma. If there was a loud argument in the bedroom, or if you accidentally startled or hit the cat while having a nightmare, that space temporarily loses its status of absolute safety. It will take time and your gentle patience to help them realize that your bed is still the safest place on earth. Sleeping with your cat at night is not just a cute part of daily life. It is a highly complex language of love, loyalty, and protection that your pet builds around you every single night. Appreciate these moments, watch for the signs, and remember that to them, this ritual has never been a small thing. Let us know in the comments below, what position does your cat usually sleep in? Have you ever noticed them trying to comfort you when you are stressed or sick? Let us share our stories down below. Take care of your little furry bodyguards, subscribe to Mewor, and I will see you in the next video.